Hey guys, how are you? Rocco from NorthSouthSurvival here. I'm going to do a quick video on how to make bread. It's really super easy to do. You don't need a lot of ingredients, and why should you pay $3 in the store for something like this when you can make it for basically pennies a loaf? And it's real easy to do. So let's get to it. Here we go. So here's your basic ingredients right here. You got your sugar, your flour, your salt, and your yeast. I use about 3 cups of flour and maybe about 2 cups of water added to that, 2 teaspoons of sugar, maybe about half a teaspoon of yeast, and about 2 teaspoons of salt. And you mix that up into a plastic bowl or a metal bowl, and you're good to go. Let's check it out. So basically what you're going to do right now is you're going to add 3 cups of regular white flour. Now another good thing to do with this, if you wanted to alternate it a bit, is maybe add 2 cups of regular white flour, and then your 3rd cup add wheat flour. It makes for a little bit of a heavier, heartier loaf, and it gives the bread a different taste. So it's actually a nice thing to try and see if you like it. And here basically we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. Gives it a little flavor and helps your bread. And now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar right into the flour itself. And right here you're going to add your yeast. I don't know if you get a good look at that, probably about that much. You could probably add a little bit less, get away with a little bit less if you had to, but maybe a little bit more, I guess. There you go. And just add that right to the flour mix. And as your first cup of water right here, you want to add that right to the mix. Stir it up. Make sure it's smooth. I usually keep the water temperature a little warm at this point. Here's my 2nd cup of water right here. I mean, the recipe calls for 3 cups, but I mean, 3 cups I think is a little much. It might make your mix a little bit watery. You want to stir that up. See, you don't need any, high-tech machines. You don't need any bread makers. You don't need all this stuff. Basically, you get yourself a bowl, you get the proper ingredients, you mix it all yourself, and you save yourself a hell of a lot of money. Basically, what you want to do is you want to mix it till it's pretty smooth, like I'm doing right now. Get all the bumps out of it, mix it down real nice, and get it to a proper consistency. And you should be good to go. Let's have a look at this and see what the consistency is supposed to look like. And there you have it, right there. Stir it out. Get all the lumps out of it, and that's a little loose, kind of loose, but we can get away with that. That's pretty good. That'll work. Basically, what I do now is I take a regular dish towel and I just cover the bowl, and you want to let it rise for a couple of hours at least. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it. Don't let any breezes hit it, and just give it a couple of hours to rise, and you're ready to bake it. You want to preheat your oven now to about 475. Leave the bowl that you're going to cook the bread in empty and put it in the oven and let that heat to 475 as well. So now you throw a little flour down. I have a granite counter, so it makes making bread a little bit easier. Throw some flour down so your dough doesn't stick. And there's the finished product right there. That was rising. I had that. I had to run some errands today, so I had that basically in the bowl rising for probably 4 or 5 hours. If you look at the consistency is maybe a little not as tight as I would have liked it to be, but still we'll get away with that fine. That'll be fine. Throw a little flour on top. Basically what you want to do now is you just want to fold it and give it a little quick knead. Keep some flour on your hands, keep some flour on a table so your dough don't stick. And that's basically what you're going to do. You don't have to go crazy kneading it. Just fold it a couple of times and get a little bit of the air out of it. Now you're going to take your hot bowl that you had in the oven preheating to 475. Just take it out of the oven and put your bread mix in there. You're going to put that back in the oven at 475 and you're going to cover it. So let's have a look at that. You want to cook this for 30 minutes covered at 475. then you want to cook it uncovered for 20 minutes, keeping it at 475 as well. So basically, once you're done, you want to take it out, put it on a plate, let it cool. You could pretty much eat this hot as well if you want. Just be careful. It comes out of the oven. She's real hot. And basically, for pennies a loaf, I made myself a seriously nice loaf of bread. I hope you guys like it. And it's, like I said, you don't need any machinery, bread makers. You basically don't need anything. I mean, you get the proper ingredients, you do it yourself, and you're pretty much self-sufficient. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll have another look at this bread right here. Actually looks pretty good. I'm going to have some in a little bit. And I'd like to say thanks for watching at North South Survival, and good luck. Take care.